Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Richie here with Mythic Defense. Today we are going over the Glock 19 Gen 6 and doing a little bit of a comparison with the Gen 5 Glock 19 as well. But before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and click the bell notification so you get notified every time we upload. And also, if you like these kind of videos we do, support us. Check out our website at mythicsupplyco.com. We got a bunch of military surplus and apparel and gear and all that good stuff, and there's going to be more to come soon. All right. Let's take a dive into this. So here on this bench, we have the Gen 5 Glock 19 and the brand new Gen 6 Glock 19. Now, the big difference between these two is, well, obviously, it's a whole different generation. Now, to some people, that might not mean a lot, but there is a few key features with the Gen 6 versus the Gen 5 that I do like. I do genuinely like. And one of those being is, with the Gen 6, you have a more aggressive stippling on the grip. And to add to that, you have stippling on where your thumb placement should be on the side of the frame on the gun. And it's also on both sides. So if you're left-handed, right-handed, ambidextrous, what have you, it's good for any shooter. You have that little bit of a tail extension as well. So you can get a better seated grip, and also you won't get as much slide bite or any slide bite at all whatsoever. It's still ambidextrous controls with the magazine release that you can switch back and forth, and the slide lock and release as well. Another key feature with these, comparing to each other, is on the Gen 5, you have that curved trigger. You still have, obviously, the safety on all Glocks, that little third fin. But with the Gen 6, you actually have a flat trigger. So that's a nice little key feature, too. Another great thing about the Gen 6 is across the line, not just the 19, but any of them. The 34s, they are all MOS ready. So they're all optics ready. There's no optional, you can get MOS or without, like on the Gen 5, like this Gen 5 right here, has no optic plate cutout. That you don't have to worry about the Gen 6 anymore. It's across the line, it all comes optics ready. So that's a nice, neat feature with that. Another thing that I did notice is the serrations on the front. Now on the Gen 6, they're actually deeper, so they're a little bit more aggressive, just like the stippling on the grip here. You got that more aggressive in-cut serrations in the front, so you get a little bit of a better grip. Unlike the Gen 5, where it's basically the same in the front as it is in the back, where it's not that deep of a cut. Another neat feature also with the Gen 6 is the magwell flare. It's not incredibly noticeable, but it's still a little bit more of an improvement. So you get a little bit more ease with putting the magazine in if you're doing like speed reloads or emergency reloads and stuff like that. So other than that, we're going to kind of get into some shooting, seeing if the trigger's a little bit different. Most standard stock Glocks are going to be generally the same, but with that flat trigger, I'm a little excited to see how that performs. All right, so first thing we're going to be shooting is the Glock Gen 5, just kind of see what the old generation Glock kind of feels like, how it shoots, and kind of go from there and then gauge it against the Gen 6. So let's go. All right. So yeah, standard Glock trigger feel, same thing, but it's still got that curved trigger. I think that the Gen 6 trigger is going to be a little bit better to use because it's that flat trigger. And same thing with the reset, standard Glock stock trigger reset. All right, let's do a little bit of shooting now with the Gen 6. Hey guys, quick message before we get too far into the video. So we are an official partner now of the USCCA. So if you scan this QR code right here, you'll get access to a reciprocity map. So that way you're not going to break any laws going into different states, or if you want to move to a different state, you know what you can and can't have. Another thing too it'll give you information on is it'll give you information on states that may issue laws, shall issue laws, or if they have constitutional carry. So we'll have the differences between all of that, and it'll basically help you from avoiding breaking the law. So please go scan this code. It helps us make these videos for you guys. All right, so now we have the Gen 6 Glock 19. Let's put this one to the test. Okay, so that reset definitely feels a little bit better, a little bit smoother. The gripping is definitely helping too with keeping my sights on target. All right, yes, I'd say the Glock 19 Gen 6 definitely feels a little bit more of an upgrade. Not too much of a feel difference. Like, obviously recoil is gonna be the same, it's 9mm. But I do like the more aggressive grip, especially if you're wearing gloves. I think that'll help a lot if you're wearing gloves in like the winter time or when it's cold out, anything like that. So yeah, I mean, that's the Glock 19 Gen 6 compared to the Gen 5. If you guys like this kind of content, you want to see more from us with this kind of stuff, doing comparisons and other kinds of videos, obviously, don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell icon. And please, if you guys want to support us, check out our website, mythicsupplyco.com, and all the stuff we have and more to come soon in the future.